Right, sit you know. Good afternoon, good evening, coach. Tough encounter today. You played your closest rival, Montego Bay United. They're the team who is second in the league. Mathematically, you have already won. You've finished with the most points for this season, so let us congratulate you. What is the mindset heading into the semi-final?
We can't talk about the semi-final as yet. We have 3 more games to play. So the mindset is always the next one. We have completed this afternoon encounter against Montego Bay United. So we get ourselves brush off and look for Thursday's encounter.
Okay, coach, seeing you sit down in this press conference, seeing you after the game, before the game, you seem so calm and comfortable. It's like you have already known that you've already won. Is that mindset that you have?
Well, when you put in the work during the week and you see the attitude of the players, then you can't worry about anything. It's just for the players to go out there on the day and execute.
Coach, congratulations on reaching the semi-final. Well, wonderful job. You and the coaching staff, but also mentioning. Going into this game, a lot of coaches will say that maybe already know that you're qualified, they will play some other players. Even when you switch from the A players and go to the players on the bench, we'll call them the finisher, you still have a strong team. Tell us about that depth in your team.
Well, that is the depth in the team that any coach would want. And again, as I said, we're coming up to the semi-final, the last part of the dance, and everyone wants to be involved. So it's just for them to go out there and show that they want to be a part of the semi-final.
Tactically, Montego Bay is good in the wide areas, but today, defensively, you stop them from getting sprayed in the box, playing the balls in the half space and stuff like that. So, in attack, you kind of minimize your chances going forward. What was the plan defensively?
Well, again, you set up your team according to the opponent that you're up against. So when you watch the Montego Bay United team would have known their strengths and weakness. So as much as possible, we try to minimize their chances.
In terms of physical, your team, to me, is one of the best teams when it comes on to fitness. You can see in the 1v1s in 50-50, you come out on top against a Montego Bay team who is good also. Could you tell us a little bit of what is going on in terms of training?
Well, nothing is really going on. We have a Lamar Mag and a Dwayne Peters. That's their responsibility to get the players up for us as coaching staff. So they are doing an excellent job where that is concerned.
Coach, we noticed that you have 2 excited players on the wing, number 24 and the number 7. They are very excited players. It's good to have them in the excited players in the league. But we noticed that one Daniel Green is out for 2 matches. He's coming off the bench. Is the team that playing that well that Daniel Green can't get a start in this team? No?
Well, only you would have to answer that question because you're the one who watching, so you would have known.
Okay. What was the mindset of a derby game? We noticed that it was sellers at derby. The crowd, the spectator was there. They were in it. Montego Bay United versus Mount Pleasant is slowly becoming an El Clasico. What was the mindset of the players going coming into this game?
The mindset is always the same. It doesn't really matter the opponent. We play every game to win. That is our main objective. We want to win the game. We want to keep a clean sheet. And it's no difference.
Coach, you going now, you finish on top. You're going into the semi-final. You're going to rest and wait for the others. The top 6 is a tussle there between the Tivoli and the Racing and so on. Is there any particular team that you are looking out for to prepare for the top, for the one that finished 6th to be coming to play here?
Well, it doesn't really matter the team. We know that we at least probably 4 teams would have qualified already. So it's just for us to prepare for the one that the Mount Pleasant team would up against and do our best against them.
Coach, we've seen the introduction of another Asian player. Seems as though Mount Pleasant has a wonderful relationship with our counterpart in Haiti. Excellent player, more strength. What is the mindset? What is the was it a player that you guys were watching all along that you've always wanted to introduce to Mount Pleasant? Speak to us about the transition.
Well, yes. As I mentioned before, we always wanted depth in our team. So when you sit and you look on the complement of the team, then we want to add another winger. We want to add another 6 in a Clifford and a 10. So that this is where the depth come in. So it's important when we have a lot of players we can select from.
Coach, the format of the competition, are you satisfied with the fact that Mount Pleasant at this stage is the most dominant team, the most consistent team, probably the best team, and you still have the possibility of not winning the league?
Well, it's difficult to speak on that. Why? Because again, before the competition starts, we would have known the format. So for us to come here now and find an excuse, we just have to find a way out to finish the competition on top.
But I'm just asking if you think it's about time now that the format this way.
Well, again, we can sit and we can think anything, but again, it's the powers that be who sits at the table and make those decisions.
Okay, coach, before you go, we are asking for an injury update. We saw one Alex Marshall playing against Very United, and we saw the result of that. Haven't seen him feature. Can you give us an update? Will we be seeing him for the rest of the season, or is it?
Yes, definitely, he's recovering. We have Kevin Shaw, we have a Bradford. Now we have to assess Jamal Topi and give an update on where we go from there.
Coach, last question. Clifford Thomas from Haiti. That player from Haiti, in my opinion, give you a different strength in terms of covering the backline. He continues to, he plays like he just wants to stay in that area, don't go forward, just help the backline. What's your take on his performance?
From Clifford is here, came here. That's the Clifford one. He sits. He's like the 119. Simple. Win it, give it to his 10, give it to the 8, find the wingers and play. So that's the sort of player I want right here.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, coach.
All right.
Thank